on second down now. It's Henderson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, it's gone. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end.
Yeah, I need to fix the time clock. Let's go to my settings. Let's go here.
Menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now it's gone. This is caught. It's close. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Goff. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's third and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Call. And Woods has it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Goff now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Well, he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guy this one out of reach. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Now Gold for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cards still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head a little further west to Carson to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Keenan Allen, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jakeem Grant, a strong performance there. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. His guys are on the road to Blowout City. They lead it big. As we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it to Cooks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Breida fighting through. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got a man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they have...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 65 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run once more with Henderson. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Great protection. Now he'll go deep. And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
There's Dante Pep.